Love fate. The train to Schwerin arrived at the platform punctually, just as the blue light of dawn began to fade and morning started to unfold. Erna stood rigidly like a statue before the carriage. The rural station where the first train had just pulled in was enveloped in quiet. After a few passengers hurriedly boarded, Erna found herself alone on the platform. "Hey, miss, aren't you going to get on?" The station master's blunt question jolted Erna from her reverie. "Ah, yes!" She shifted her gaze from the anxious surroundings to meet the station master's eyes. The hand gripping her trunk trembled slightly. "You must have found the letter by now." Memories of the past washed over Erna, deepening her gaze. She couldn't bear to tell her grandmother that she was going to meet her father. Erna knew well that her obstinate grandmother, the Baroness of Baden, would rather endure hardship than seek help from her son-in-law, whom she viewed as an enemy. After much internal struggle, Erna left behind a letter explaining everything and chose a path that felt decidedly unladylike. Father. The unfamiliar name echoed in her mind, quickening her heartbeat. It had been 11 years since their last encounter at her mother's funeral. He felt more like a stranger now. No, less than a stranger. But for the moment, he was Erna's last hope. Perhaps she would be met with hostility at his doorstep. Taking a deep breath, Erna tightened her grip on the trunk and lifted her gaze to the imposing black iron train gleaming ominously in the morning sun. "If you don't board, oh no!" Erna shook her head vigorously, her voice rising in determination. "Sorry, I'll ride, I will ride." That phrase, the guiding principle of her life, surged back to her as she took a trembling step forward. This world is indifferent to personal misfortune. Thus, one must navigate life through their own strength. It's better to embrace all the fates that come one's way, for struggling with self-pity changes nothing. If you love, you will strive, and striving is always preferable to resignation. If it was her fate to cling to even the slightest glimmer of hope, Erna resolved to love that fate as well. After all, Viscount Hardy was Erna Hardy's father, a man bound by duty to care for his child, yet one who had long neglected that responsibility. Still, he must fulfill that duty now. Leaving the station master behind with a fierce expression, Erna hurried onto the train. Her fine floral muslin dress fluttered in the rush. After 14 years away holding her mother's hand, Erna was returning home.